Hello there, it's Steve-O here from the Elite FPL podcast, and you may be thinking, hold on a minute, what's going on here? We haven't seen a solo from Steve-O for quite a while, and is this some shameless self-promotion on his behalf? And the simple answer is, no it's not. So about an hour ago, FPL Boona on Twitter, so that's at FPL Boona, he tagged me in a post from the Anfield Express that Firmino wasn't going to be starting tonight due to a groin injury. And I'm thinking, I honestly can't believe this. So last night I explained on the preview podcast where we had guest host Block FPL, who is 15th in the world. That's at Block FPL if you want to follow him. I was explaining last night how my luck over the past 6, 7, 8 weeks this season it's just been absolutely insane. Including if we just look down here, for example, Hudson-Odoi the other day basically doing in his Achilles injury and he's now out for the rest of the season. That's just one example. He did that after 40 minutes, I believe. So he can blame me, but anything that I seem to do from a differential point of view just has completely backfired. No matter what I try and do to catch Jason, it all backfires. And it's very, very frustrating. Now, as I discussed yesterday, I made the point that I'm relatively happy with the fact that, and I'll bring it up here, that I have, within reason, just under, or approximately a 50-point gap ahead of third spot Pete Andrews here in our cash mini league that we take very, very seriously. As you can see, Jason's over 100 points. I think it's 105 points clear of me at the moment, and he's out of sight. He's gone. I'm pretty confident that I'm going to keep second spot within hopeful because, as I mentioned last night, Pete Andrews' team, and I'll just quickly bring it up here, he has predominantly got the same players as me, give or take. So, you know, Ryan, Bowley, Kolasinac, Trippier, they don't concern me per se. Will Hughes, again, doesn't interest me whatsoever. I'm not really worried about him. Lacazette, he is the one player and Pogba. These are the two players that worry me the most in Pete's team from a differential perspective. But he would have found out the news of Firmino not playing as well. So he's going to have to make a decision on whether to play one of his substitutes, which he probably will, because let's be honest here, he'll go with either a 3-5-2 or a 4-4-2, whatever combination to fit in these three players here. But depending on obviously what transfers he's made, and hold on a minute, he's already made 2. That's interesting. So if I just scroll over here, Pete's actually already made 2 transfers, so he's already taken a hit. Well that's now unless he's taken out Firmino by pure coincidence at some point this week, then he may have to play now a 4-4-2 or a 5-3-2, whatever, like I said, whatever combination he feels like he needs to play. But the point in all this, and what I'm trying to get at, is that you may have noticed a change in my team as of just a few minutes ago not a few minutes ago, from last night. And you guessed it. Look who I've brought in. Mohamed Salah. I'm sorry, guys, like you care. I went into panic. Well, I say panic mode. So I've been looking at recent form. And if we look at Salah at the moment, his recent form has been absolutely, I wouldn't go as far as superb, but assist, goal, assist. That was the last 4 matches. And he also got a goal against Huddersfield in the 1-0 victory. Whereas Mane, admittedly, he didn't play against Huddersfield at all. He didn't play any minutes whatsoever. But his last form in the last 4 has been blank, 1 goal, clean sheet, and nothing against Cardiff. Now, admittedly, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that, there's a massive score of 13, 14 and 13 there. But Like I say, a lot of the time I go on form, and at the moment, Salah's form is really, really good. I'd like to think that he will be put up front with Mane, and I'm going to assume Shaqiri may come into play here, flanking him. I don't know. I'm not going to proclaim to be an expert on Liverpool team players or whatnot, but I'd like to think Salah could play through the middle, and that's his more favoured position, as we all know, where he can really do the damage. And I'm not going to lie, I do follow the Fantasy Football Scouts Moderators League, who do really, really well. I do like seeing Mark Southern's team, who really does put his neck on the line when it comes to captaincy choices. He doesn't own Mane. He owns Salah, and I'm guaranteed that he's going to captain Salah tonight, unless he has brought in Mane. But now, if we move across here to the Fantasy Football Scout site, when it loads up, again, I will admit, I'm not going to lie, that when I look at their captaincy polls, they usually come in pretty well. I'm not going to lie. So at the moment, Mane top, Salah just underneath. But I genuinely do think that's down to ownership. I don't think that has anything to do with the fact that Mane is the more popular pick. I just think it's the fact that more people own Mane than Salah. If you literally had 100% people owning Mane, 100% people owning Salah, I honestly think that most people will bottle it, and I think they would go with Salah as captain. That's just my opinion. I could be proven completely wrong tonight. So yeah, my other transfer, you may be thinking, oh man, how did you afford Salah? And well, the simple answer is because I had to get rid of Firmino. I thought I've got to have a Liverpool attack here. So I got rid of Firmino for Calvert-Lewin to afford Salah, and I got rid of Eriksen. The reason why I got rid of Eriksen is because, again, to be completely honest with you, I mean, if we have a quick look at Eriksen, he's not really a player. I only brought him in because of the fact that he did a double game week, and yes, he scored a goal. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and pretend, no, he did rubbish, because he didn't. He got me a goal. But if we actually look at Eriksen, and I'm probably going to be proven wrong. Like I say, I'm doing this live, so to speak, but as I speak. But yeah, if we look at Eriksen over the last few game weeks, 7 points against Brighton, okay. 2 against City, at home to Huddersfield he got 6, at home to Crystal Palace 14. So actually I'm thinking, have I made a big mistake here? Well, to be honest with you, I actually do genuinely think that Eriksen may potentially get rested in this game. I think Pochettino is going to be taking the Champions League very, very seriously. I think Eriksen is key to their team, and I know for a fact that, let me just clarify this point. I think that Klopp is prioritising the Premier League ahead of the Champions League. Not that I have any evidence of this, but I think at the end of the day, he really, really wants that Premier League, and he's going to be putting out his full-strength team. He will, of course, versus Barcelona. I'm not suggesting for one that he ain't going to be playing his full-strength team against Barcelona. I just think that his priorities are the Premier League, and I think that tonight, I predicted 2-0, Jason went 3-0 block. Block FPL, he went with 4-0, but he was saying maybe 5-6. I am potentially tempted by going with Mane, but I brought in Salah for a -4. I've got to do it. It's a transfer I didn't want to do, and if this video is uploaded within the space of, say, half an hour, and you guys will be able to pretty much see it, before the game's kicked off, then I'm hoping that you'll be able to hear my this mini kind of, not necessarily rant, but kind of like thought process, which I kind of always find really annoying about myself. So for me, it's any decision I seem to make, whether it comes, now I don't bet, just to clarify, so I don't actually bet whatsoever, but when I did used to bet, it's Block made this point agreeing with me last night, which was, whatever you presume is going to happen one week, it actually happens the following game week. But obviously we're not planning for the following game week. We are planning, or we're betting on this specific outcomes for this particular game week. And do you know what? I honestly have this gut feeling that now I didn't even need to make the transfers. It will probably, a bit like with this game week just gone in double game week 35, if I hadn't have done anything, I would have had Ryan and Duffy still in my team. I would have had Sterling as captain, and I probably would have ended up with about 100 points, roughly. But instead, it turns out to take a -4, bring in Cathcart and Leno, and I'm down to 77 points. It worked out to be, but yeah. So I have this feeling that surprise, surprise, Mane will probably go on some double-digit haul tonight, and Salah will blank. But I've done the transfer. I have to captain Salah, no matter what, because it would be foolish of me to be bringing in Salah and not even to captain him. I'm not going to lie, the fear factor is there, but like I said, his form is there, and he's scored 19 goals this season. Admittedly, Mane scored 18, but the reality is that Salah's explosive potential is there. At the end of the day, it's a fact. So, as we can see here, 19 goals and 11 assists. That is quite an extraordinary return this season. And like, funny enough, it's like Block said, to think that people think he's having a bad season, it's just crazy. But look at these scores here at home to Crystal Palace, 15. Now, obviously, I'm hoping for these scores to take place, and I'm fully aware that these was in an area when he was in top form. I'm not going to lie that. And then, of course, we've had our discussions about whether he's worth the money when he's basically returning single-digit figures. But like I said, I'm going with form. I'm sticking with the decision now. Once I upload this game, I'm going to be happy to be just like, right, I can breathe at last. I'm not stressing over anything. I could just go with the safety option and go with Mane. I really could. And I've seen that Davey FPL, he's going to be going Mane triple captain. I've seen Capping Gaming has gone Mane triple captain. Now, admittedly, Capping Gaming has done something quite, I'm not going to say foolish, but he's done something which no one could have foreseen. He brought in Firmino for Lukaku today, and we all know what happened an hour ago. As of recording this, Firmino's basically been ruled out, and Capping Gamer took a -4. So he's now potentially going to have to take another 4-point hit to be bringing in another player. I don't know what he's going to do. So yeah, Dave the FPL, like I said, he's triple captaining Mane as well. I think some of the other big podcasters, so Andy, Let's Talk FPL, I don't know if he's going to be triple... No, he won't be triple captaining Mane, but he'll certainly be captaining him. I'm just going to go for it. I mean, Block FPL, he'll be captaining Mane. Block FPL, let's have a quick look at Block FPL's team, just to remind you who his team is. So he's 15th overall ranking. I don't want to keep banging on about it, but it's just a simple fact that he's 15th overall ranking. Let's just quickly check over his team. And yeah, he's going to be captaining Salah. Oh, he's going to be captaining Salah. Yes. Oh. Fool. Wow, yeah. Oh my goodness, there's a live reaction there for you guys there. He's got Salah, so he's going to be captain. He's going to captain Salah, and he doesn't have triple captain, so he's bound to. Oh, that's made me feel a bit better. And like he said last night, a lot of the teams around him have Salah, so I'm happy with that. I'm now happy with that choice that I've done because now, fantastic. So back to my team. He's obviously got double Liverpool defence there. Just to quickly go in my team for tonight. It's Gun in goal, and then we're going with double up with Valerie. Although, could I do a live one where it's benching a premium player in Leno? Oh, I don't know. See, it's one of those where if I was doing a live stream, I'd be able to ask the audience. Unfortunately, I can't do a live stream for reasons you all know why. Cathcart at home to Wolves. It's either play Bennett or Cathcart. Laporte, of course, obviously I have to play in Mane, as we've already said, Salah, Sterling. Sterling was a tempting one. If, and it's a big if, I didn't have to do this transfer, if I didn't have to do this emergency transfer, I was seriously thinking of captaining Sterling. Okay? saying it now, or Son. It was one of these two, but I was thinking I was more going with Sterling, to be honest, because I like having a Sunday player captain, and then Jimenez, Aguero and Calvert-Lewin I'm going to have to play. But as I've already stated, knowing my luck, and I'm calling it now, Calvert-Lewin will do absolutely nothing. Mane's going to do something, Salah's going to do absolutely nothing, and Sterling, who I've just said that I'll probably captain, or Son, they'll probably do better than these two here. So I'm just going to lay it on the line now so there's video evidence of what I have said at least, for people to be like, oh, Steve-O did say it at least. So then when we're next live on the podcast, I won't look like I won't be coming across like an idiot, so to speak. So yeah, there's my live team news as it comes now. Once I hit stop, I'm going to immediately upload this video. I am praying that it doesn't take 5 hours. Now, just to let you guys into a little secret, as all these flaming YouTubers say all the time, it drives me up the wall. But anyway, I'm actually recording this on my camera rather than recording it through YouTube. And I'm doing that as a test to see if actually uploading through my camera onto YouTube is actually quicker than uploading, ironically, recording on YouTube and then uploading a YouTube video onto YouTube, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Now I'm finishing. I'd just like to say thank you so much for the people that have just recently subscribed. We've passed the 450 mark. Absolutely superb. Just a bit of a shout out to FPL Boona. Cannot thank you enough for the support that you're giving us and telling people about our podcast. Thank you so much for that. Block FPL for coming on last night. Absolutely superb interview. I've listened back to it and turned out to be really, really good. So really, really appreciate you joining us last night. Daily Llama as well. Really appreciate the fact that you've been retweeting our stuff, showing us all the support you can. Sorry if I've missed out other people, but there's just so many of you that are just giving us so much support for this small little podcast. But like I say, we're growing pretty quickly, and it's going to be more about next season growing over there than this season per se. But I'm not going to ramble on like I always do. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, I'm going to get this out the way. Hit the like button. As we always say, it does help the video. It helps the channel as well. If you haven't subscribed, you've enjoyed the video, or you haven't subscribed and if you've enjoyed other content that we've done, by all means, hit that subscribe button. We try and post regular content as much as possible. We usually do our live streams every Wednesday or Thursday previewing the upcoming game week. We always do one on Sunday evening, approximately 6:30 UK time, where we discuss the day's games basically. Monday or Tuesday we'll do potentially another podcast as well, where we reflect mainly on how the games have affected our Cash Mini League and the Elite FPL Mini League, to be honest with you. But, you know, again, it's all for you guys, really. We love getting you involved and whatnot. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. And, yeah, good luck with the game week, everybody. And I'm just hoping that when I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning that my Salah captain's done something. But, as I say, it's knowing my luck, it's going to completely backfire. Cheers, guys, and have a good evening and a good weekend.